was no such thing as a defense but an element of surprise. We was always prepared. Bulletproof vest, Uzi, 45, 9mm, we was ready to go.
By the mid to late 80s, Brian had associated himself with probably the most ruthless and notorious cocaine crack enterprise in the city, that being Howard Pappy Mason and Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols.
NYPD rookie police officer was murdered, executioner style. And as I'm listening to that, I'm like, whoa. And when they say where it happened at 107 in Inwood, I'm like, oh, man.
That bad. I was given to me by a police officer in New York called Matt Byrne, whose son was gunned down by these drug dealers up there in New York City.
While police were guarding our June last month, assassins shot to death police officer Edward Byrne.
By virtue of his position with that organization and his reputation, it was the consensus of opinion at first, after the Byrne murder, that Brian GLAZE Gibbs, and only Brian GLAZE Gibbs, was capable of pulling something off like this.
He definitely had some cats that was quick to pull the trigger and will pull the trigger in a heartbeat. And he had some thinkers around him also.
G was going around like his business mainly is trying to network with individuals that was strong and recruiting all the little, niggas from the hood that, that's shooters, you know what I'm saying? And he mainly put a little nice crew together,
GLAZE was probably within the top 10 people in the city, but I'm going to say that he was probably one of the top 2 or 3 in Brooklyn. Drug dealers and controlled the drug organization. Everybody knew who he was, and most people feared GLAZE.
When they threw that fucking firebomb through the house, they started a war. And right now, if it wasn't for him stopping me, everybody that was responsible for it, they'd have lost somebody, more than somebody. They lost a fucking whole generation that day.
I can remember that call, April 1988. And the information I was getting, how one guy that used to be around us was more or less betraying me. And you know what I did? When I got the phone, I told my man, the next time we see him, he's out of here. Yeah. Less than 12 hours, that nigga was dead. When I got back to New York, you know what happened, man?
What?
I sat down with my crew. And I'm saying, who am I to say who lived and who died?
Hey, y'all seen that? Y'all seen that? Y'all seen that? I'm saying that's what this is all about. It's like, how do you reflect back upon things? Like, people give you a reputation. And to me, people can't give you anything. It's like the reputation, you earn it or you took it. And that's what I did. I had a hell of a reputation. And the bottom line is I took it. I earned it based upon my behavior, based behind my bad ways, my attitude, my misdeed. I gained a hell of a reputation, all for the wrong reason. I was out there picking up brick, throwing at the prison wall. What? Knocking doors down. Let me in, let me in. I don't want to be free. I want to be back in jail. There's nothing cool about that, people. It's like when you look at it, you out there in the street and you're trying to discover yourself. You're trying to discover who you are, what you are, and what is your purpose in life. You know what? Sometimes it takes a lifetime to figure that out. It can be a hell of a math problem. But we as people have to do better at that and get an understanding and make sure that we understand what we're really up against. So even with me, wanting to be down, wanting to be cool, starting out robbing, burglarizing, selling fake jewelry, name it, gambling. What happened? What happened? As time go on, you get X amount of felony, you gotta leave. Once you get X amount of felony, here it is, what they do is, the state, they prosecute you, and they send you on a bus ride to upstate New York to serve your time. And that's a big difference. And that's what wound up happening to me. At the age of 17, I went away. After getting in trouble from the age of 14, 15, 16. 17, enough was enough. After the 2 to 4 in Queens, 2.5 to 5 in Brooklyn, 5 years probation in Manhattan, and 5 years probation in Brooklyn for robbery, it was not. It is 17 going on 18. You got to go. Your gig is up. You got to go upstate. You got to do time. And like initially, folks, you get in that type of environment, you get in that type of place, and that's what people don't understand, man. Like when you in and out of that revolving door, is it rough? Yes, it's rough. But when you look at it, you sit back and think about when you go to jail, who do you leave out there? If you marry, you leave your wife. You leave your kids. You leave your moms, your dad, your brother, your sister, your nieces, your nephew, your aunties. I'm saying you leave them. Because now you got to go behind the walls and do time. And guess what? Life goes on out there. Life do not stop because you're in prison. Life goes on. And to me, while you're in prison, what are you taking advantage of? Because it's not what you do, it's how you do it. While you're in there, what are you taking advantage of? Are you taking advantage of the program that they have? Developing working habit? Going down, learning how to, to shop, fix, make, repair things? What are you doing? Are you trying to learn how to cook in a mess hall? What are you doing? You going to school? You reading? You studying up on, classes? Trying to be better today than you was yesterday? Trying to be better than what you was when you went in? Folks, these are the things that people have to understand. First of all, right now with no. Nobody should be lining up ready to go to jail. Nobody under any circumstance. Like I can remember growing up in Cypress and during the summertime. And right now we out there in the front on the 7th Avenue side of the project. And we watching. And one of the guys that just came home, James Butler, a.k.a. Blackguard, may his soul rest in peace. Black came home, man, from doing a bid. Black was a big black, cock strong, like looking all good, looking like a Greek god, like cut up, solid, And right now, people are like gravitating, like, whoa, look at you, Black. You looking good, you all in shape. And I can hear one of the guys from the neighborhood, and he actually say that he couldn't wait to go to jail so he can get big. Whoa. We was lost, even way back then. My man, Little Gizmo, say he couldn't wait to go to jail so he can get big. He's not talking about he couldn't wait to go to high school to work out in the gym. He couldn't wait to go away to college and get his career. He couldn't wait to go in the military and develop working habit and get himself together. No, he's saying he couldn't wait to go to the penitentiary. Because that's how he think. By you going to penitentiary, you're going to get big. You're going to blow up. You're going to get muscle everywhere. The brother was thinking about the wrong thing to build. Building your body. Build your mind. Build your mind over your body. That's what life is all about. Building your mind over your body. Educate yourself, folks. Getting people to understand that what we was doing out there is whack. It ain't worth it. Like even right now, shout out to Bobby Smurda. Bobby Smurda just came home. You know what? Here it is right now. I wish him well. And keep in mind, folks, it's not the fact that he came home. He came home to all open hands. So hopefully he's able to take advantage of that and get his life back on track and stay away from that knucklehead stuff that got him in the first place. Sometimes people, when you get out, you got to stay away from that. You got to ask yourself, do these people add value to my life or do they take value away? If they don't add value in your life, back away from them. Run from them. Why? Because what's going to happen is you're going to wind up back in here. You're going to wind up back in here. And Bobby, how many people came to see you when you was in there? How many true friends have you lost during that 7 years? Because like I say, people don't understand, man. Once you're in that jail cell and it closed, you alone. I'm saying you're alone. You know, you got neighbors shouting, screaming, people going crazy, but you alone. And there's nothing cool about that. What's cool is getting out and understanding and realizing that crime doesn't pay. So that's why my message to Bobby. Bobby, y'all guys is out, man. Hey, man, get it together. You know what? Listen, man, y'all got a great follower. Get them to follow y'all for the right reason, man. Get them to follow you for the right reason. Like my situation was totally different, man. I had a crew following me all because of the wrong reason, because I wanted to be down. And during that period of time, these folks right now, because of my reputation had perceived me since I was a kid. They came at me and told me that from the time I got acquitted in June, of 1987, from the time I got acquitted till June of 1987, until the time I got arrested in November of 1988, NYPD say that I average a murder a week for that period for almost a year and a half. Get out of here. Like I said, I know what I did and what I didn't do. And don't get me wrong, y'all not going to hook me up as a serial killer. Y'all not going to hook me up as all the unsolved crime that y'all couldn't solve. Y'all going to try to throw it at me because of my reputation. No, we're not going out like that under any circumstance. I know what I did and what I didn't do. You know? You're not going to give me all the unsolved murders that happened in Brooklyn, Queens during the time that I was out there. Because guess what? You don't got to lead. You haven't done your homework. I'm saying you haven't left the office, you know what I'm saying, and taken your hand out the box of donut and do some investigation. You know, I know what I did. And like I told you, I got blamed for a lot of things. You know, when people telling you you had a murder a week for almost a year and a half, that's some scary, scary situation, folks. I don't care what anybody say. That would break anybody down to the core. And just so happened right now, you got to fight. All that stuff they tried to throw at me, it didn't make sense. They throwing homicide at me. They indicted me with this guy, Tyrone Hunter. And when Supreme Bay Allah got killed, I'm in Bessemer, Alabama at Mama's 70th birthday party. I was nowhere around that area. I told them, if they want to charge me, you can charge me with the gun that Supreme had in his hand, because that was my gun. I said, but I was nowhere around that. But yet and still, they indicted me and Tyrone Hunter for that. Never even met the brother. But yet and still, me and him co-defended. Go figure. You know, I'm talking about then I had other situation whereas they told me that I murdered 2 people in a Fort Greene section. That I murdered 2 people in a Fort Greene section. June 17, 1987. All right. So the difference is I had to sit down with the state, you know what I'm saying, the homicide. And right now, okay, y'all guys claiming I killed 2 people on June 17, 1987. Okay. Detective Brew, you got my case, yeah. Okay. When did, I turn myself in for the Silver Mims murder? Look at this file. Well, you ran out of the court in April, 20 whatever, and you came back and turned yourself in on May 5th, 1986. Okay. Now, from May 5th to 1986, did I get a bail? No. Okay, so I was in jail from May 5th, 1986 until when? June 22nd, 1987. And sir, when did you say these murders happened in the Fort Greene section? You say June 17, 1987. So look what your detective say. I turned myself in May 5th, 1986. Didn't have no bail. Okay? I went to trial. I got acquitted on June 22nd, 1987. And I was released. But when I was released, think about it. Y'all giving me and say I was involved with 2 murders on June 17. So that was like highly impossible unless the warden at Rikers Island or wherever I was at, Brooklyn House, they let me out. Come on, Glaze. You can go out. Go ahead and kill 2 people and you can come back in. Folks, that did not happen. That did not happen. Yes, like I say, I was once the problem. Now I'm seeking to be part of the solution. I'm trying to get these kids to understand that crime doesn't pay. Only thing gonna leave you right here is a life term in jail to suffer. You know what I'm saying? Dying there. Right now is, guess what? You know, you in there and your family member dying on you. Guess what? Now it's starting to change that you can't even get out and go to the funeral. And you don't have nobody to blame but yourself. The difference is, guys, right now, when you in there, get it together, man. I'm saying it's change. It's a big difference, man. When you come out here, man, nobody got nothing for you. I'm saying besides your immediate family or people that really love and care about you. But guess what? Until you get on your feet, how long you think they're going to be supportive? They're only going to be supportive for so long. The difference is, my advice to y'all guys, man, get out there, hustle. You know, regardless, I understand we got felonies. We got strike against us. You know what, to me? Listen, get out there. Get some plastic bag. Get some khakis and gloves. Get some shopping cart. Start hitting these parks. Going from park to park, garbage to garbage. Hitting the beach. Collecting aluminum cans. 5 cents a can. 5 cents a can. Hustle. Hustle. Think about all the minutes, the second, the hours, the days, the weeks, the month, the year that you spent in the P-Now. Wishing you can be out to do something. Now here it is. You can go out there and collect cans. Aluminum cans. No, it's not a clean job. But keep in mind, if you collect 1 million aluminum cans at 5 cents a pop, that's $50,000. Imagine you do that in 9 months. You can take 3 months off for the year. Folks, all man is rich in their own thoughts and ideals, but it's up to us to put in effect. And like I say right now is, don't get caught up into this wrong stuff. Don't get caught up into, you listen to the lyrics and the words and all that Killer One stuff, man. Listen, man, it's nothing cool about going to jail. Jail is easy to get in, hard to get out, man. It's nothing cool about that. And once again, I was once the problem, and now I'm seeking to be part of the solution. Listen, get my book. Get your signed copy of the Beyond Lucky book, a true story of change and redemption. If I, the one they call Brian GLAZE GIBBS, can change, anybody can change. Email me to purchase your copy. Brian, BRIAN, GIBBS, GIBBS, 1201 at yahoo.com. A true story, Beyond Lucky, the Brian GLAZE GIBBS story. Crack, money, murder, and redemption. This is my ministry, folks. And like I tell you, I don't candy coat anything. I am not your typical minister, but what I'm trying to do is get these stories out there and get people to understand, man, listen, we got to be cautious in our approach. We got to watch how we deal with people, how we handle situation and circumstance. We have to. We have to be mindful in every movement that we make. Because if we don't, guess what? Our life, our freedom can be gone. Come on. Who the heck want to be in here 23 to 24 hours a day? You got your bed. You got your sink. You got your toilet. And at the night, when the nighttime come, that door closed. But boom. You can't wait for that door to open, to run out, get ready for breakfast, or run to the phone, or whatever you do. Or run to the yard to work out to get big. Man, hit those books, folks. Hit those books. And not only that, man, start working on yourself. Start identifying different things that you're going through. Like, right now, social issue, anger management. Go through that. Get the help that you need when you're in there. Be prepared before you go back into this world, man. When you come back in this world, you got to be prepared. It's totally, totally, totally different. You have to be prepared. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Hey, follow me. Follow me on Instagram, Brian GLAZE GIBBS. Follow me. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Share the content, folks. Take your time and share the content. Like I say, it's worth it. Like I told you, it's a lot of good stuff. And I'm not going to lie. Only thing I want to do is I want to fix right my wrong before it's too late. Once again, like I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Got more content coming soon. Check me out, folks. Check it out. Share it. Please share it. Please get it out into the atmosphere. Hey, peace, love, prosperity, one love. Signing off. Thank you for joining me. Brian Glaze Gibbs.